What is up? It's your boy, Anecdotal. Daji's out. We gotta check out how this new character is. Alright, so you see here, I'm on the 7th day. Alright, I'm like all the way at the end. But we got Daji. New, I believe, combat? Yeah. Red units. And it is a mage. So let's go ahead and figure out how important this Daji character is. And the first thing we see is that, oh, a bit of a debuffer. Defense is lowered by 40%. And if you look down, that defense gets now lowered to 50% for 6 seconds. That's crazy. A 50% decrease. This is like Dionysus worthy, you know? And you know who else is another combat mage that decreases defense? Well, not defense, but Hephaestus. Hephaestus also lowers magical resistance. So if you have both of these people on a team, and then you got Amaterasu going in as a OP magic damage dealer, the resistance is going to be lowered and the defense is going to be lowered. This is already, just from this one thing, a very valuable unit. If you just started playing the game, pull for Daji for sure. All right, so this continues. This debuff and a buff. Here, whoever has the highest attack ends up getting some speed. Before that, whoever had, I think it was the lowest energy, gets extra energy. So she is a debuffer and a buffer. She does 2 jobs in one. And from what it looks like here, yeah, so speed is there, energy is there, so, and lowering defense is there, so, and she gets those buffs to herself as well sometimes. Yeah, it's her and another unit. So it's going to be hard to time it. Maybe those twins GM, they always have high energy, so they can go ahead and get some buffs. But wow, this is pretty cool. It's going to kind of be hard to tell because she kind of gives it to different people depending. And then she also gives her self-attack. Okay, yeah, for 1.5 seconds the effect cannot be, oh my god, so she charms, so even stronger debuff that cannot, you can't like get rid of the charm. You have no choice but to be charmed by her. So she has an unavoidable crowd control with that charm. Yeah, bro, versatility is out there, dude. 10 out of 10 versatility, could be used for any team as a buffer, debuffer, and like, she's also good for bosses, so she can be good for PvP, and she could be good for bosses. If you're a new player, you don't have a buffer yet, this is the one you want to go to, because it seems on paper that Daji could be good as a buffer, debuffer, and even as an attacker. So for your regular story mode team, for your PvP team, for your bossing teams, because she's good for bosses, she's good for PvP because of all the charm. And for the buffs for all your other characters, she's good for story for the same reason. So she's like an 8 out of 10 unit probably overall, but she's definitely going to replace some people because she's filling a niche in here that I don't think too many people have. Like Hephaestus is really cool, right? Because she lowers magical resistance and she's a healer and she does kind of like damage, right? So she's already one of my favorite units. But here you have Daji, which it doesn't really matter whether you're magical or physical. She's just lowering your defense, which is pretty OP. But let's go ahead, let's try to summon. I kind of want to finish off characters, so I might go for this green girl right here and finish off the Viridian here. And if not, yeah, I think I'll probably go for her. I've always been thinking in my head, right? I only need like 1 or 2 more copies of Idun, right? Or some of these other units. And I'm like, oh, I'll get them eventually. Let me get the ones I don't have. I never get them, ever. So let's go ahead. I got Daji, super happy about that. I'm hoping that I have enough to at least get her to red, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't always have the craziest luck. No way. No way. This early? I got Nuwa. All right, if you didn't know, because we were just talking about buffers and debuffers, one of the best supports, one of the best buffers in the game is Nuwa. If you don't see her in a team for bosses, then they're doing it wrong. All right, Dionysus and Nuwa and Western Queen. Those are like the 3 top buffer debuffers in the game. All right, and I honestly believe Daji is going to be one of them. I don't know if she's going to be able to replace one of them. If she does, it might... Wow, I'm not sure. It might even be Western Queen. No, maybe it'll be Dionysus, because he lowers all resistances. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure who she can replace. All I know is that she's definitely up there. She's probably more useful in the PvP meta, if anything, because Dionysus is useless for PvP. He's like boss only, specialized there. But Yeah, man, she definitely, I feel like she has to fit in the meta. There's no way she doesn't. You know, she's seemingly so valuable on paper, but we have to see how she... I got a second one. So far, I like this, dude. I'd rather just keep getting her, but I've never been so lucky that I got a UR before hitting 200. That's quite literally never happened to me. All right, you could check previous videos to see if it ever has, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't happened. And if it did, it probably happened somewhere towards the end. Like, of the 200 that I need to hit pity, maybe I got it at like 193. You know, like some crazy number. But there you go. I finally got I done, and I'm finally done with I done. Holla at your boy. So I can go ahead and go for someone else. I think I have all these characters except for Aladdin max, so I'm probably just going to go Aladdin. If I go for random, which I used to like to do before, I'll probably get someone I already have maxed out, which is just not worthy, you know? It's not worth it for me. But there you go. Done with I done. And now I'm going to go with Oberon. Oberon's pretty good for a PvP. He's in a DPS, like glass cannon PvP meta right now. But even though I maxed him out, I never found him to be overly useful. I think he's only useful because of his 600 iconic weapon, and I have, you guessed it, 0 people at iconic level 600 with the weapon. Because how am I supposed to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get these materials to get to all the way to 600? I have 0 people there. I think I got Archeo. Yo, I really do like Archeo. I haven't seen her used in the meta, but I just in my heart believe she's amazing. If I could, I would, but hey, it's not gonna happen. I do want to work on her next, but I want to finish Oberon and then see what I can do with like a non-max build. With him. But look at that, another one, yo, give me more Daji, bruh. I could definitely use it, or just give me another Nua so I don't have to continue summoning for her, because that'd be cool. Nua's definitely worth it. This is one of the best, the #1 places to summon, like the best banners to summon. Not only do you get a new buffer debuffer that's extraordinarily versatile in Daji, but you get Nuwa, whatever her name is, which is already an established meta buffer. And she does damage in the back. Like, she doesn't do crazy damage, but she will do more damage than your average unit as well. So not only is she buffing everyone on the team, because Western Queen only buffs one person, whoever has like the highest attack or whatever, but Nuwa buffs everyone. So if you have more than one attacker, this is a character you could use and just plug and play into whatever team you got, man. Super useful. Easily a character to recommend that you pull on. And of course, like I said, both Nuwa and Daji being in the same place, and you can select a third character that you have a higher chance of pulling. My God, you gotta pull, man. You gotta pull. There's not many times that I would tell you just go ahead and go crazy and go pull, but this I gotta say is one of those times, man. The only other time I would go crazy on pulling is if the guaranteed UR after 200 summons is going to be either Oda Nobunaga or Amaterasu, because those are the two main URs that are ridiculously meta. But other than those two, yeah, that's that's about it, man. I wouldn't. Nuwa, super meta as a buffer, so that's why I would go for her right now. Currently, my only UR that I have maxed out is Lucifer, which is like the first UR in the game. So yeah, man, you don't really need to go all the way max. It just kind of feels unrealistic to do. I like to get them at least to the red so that you can unlock their iconic gear past 225 and then get all the extra goodies that you get for getting them up to, what is it, 400 or 500? So yeah, and then once you unlock that ability, if it's possible for you to get the iconic weapon to sort of go super max and get to 600, you can go ahead and do that. But like I stated before, absolutely 0 of my characters are at 600. But here, just to save, I'm gonna go one at a time. And then, oh, look at this, surprise, who could this possibly be hitting the pit T other than the one and only Nuwa? Boom, look at that. Honestly, dude, it's actually pretty cool. Bam, boom, sha, blam, Nuwa. Oh man, but yeah, half Iridian, half blue. What's blue? Guardian. Really great buffer. Honestly, not bad. Would have been nice to get a little bit more of those Chirons, but it is what it is, man. Also would have been nice to get more Dajis, but hey, it is what it is. what really would have been great to get more. Hopefully I can get more as I pull for the upcoming events, but we'll see. Other characters I'm kind of working on is Apollo, solely for, what is that thing called? Crusade. There you go. So solely for Crusade, bro. Him. Who else was it? Artemis and Artio. Those are the next 3 characters I want to work on. Almost only because of Crusade. Even though it's not like the biggest deal. Even though it's more of a team sport type of event. Like whoever's in your guild is gonna be in there, and I'm definitely not one of the huge main carries. So it's just a game mode that I really enjoy, man. So I don't mind putting it in and working on those characters. But you know what? I don't know where Daji is going to belong, but probably also going to be a really good unit because of her buff, debuff kind of effect that she has going on. Definitely everything on paper makes me believe that she's going to be a meta character. We're going to have to find out, but it's really hard to say that she wouldn't be just because of everything that's on her. So I expect this character to have just a really huge effect on games. If not, she's going to just be like one step below. But because she's new, she's probably going to see more use. And I feel like maybe just because she's red, a Shadow Watch character, that also just will increase her usability. But we'll see. My bet is yes. But well, we're going to have to see if she's going to be in the top PvP meta. It's really not hard. It's really easy to tell whether someone's good or not. You just kind of look at the championship rankings and see the people that ranked up in the top 16 and see if she's being used in any of the teams. If she is, she's obviously worthwhile. If she's not, maybe she's good for PvE, and you can just check on what people use for the bosses. And if she's there, bam, you already know she's already useful. But even if not, I'm telling you, bro, she's not like an S tier character. She's definitely somewhere like A tier. So if you get this character, it's someone you definitely should be happy about getting. And if not, hey, it is what it is. Oh, look at that. I'm only going to be able to get her to 225. Right now, she's, I think, the only character that's available for ranking up and getting any type of extra rewards for getting this character early, because she just came out. And it's just her. I don't think I ever got anyone maxed out while that new character event just like was there. The iconic weapon attacks here that we're looking at, so actually, wow, the 600 is insane. It's almost as insane as Western Queens, that increases the bird effects by like 2 times. So here, all the buff that she gives to everybody else, half of it all goes to her. So not only is she buffing everyone else while giving herself buffs, she's even going to give herself more buffs at 600. So yeah, man, she is on paper just like an amazing character. And then, I mean, to be realistic, we're probably not going to be able to get to 600. You know, me and all the other closer to free-to-play type characters or players out here for this character. But yeah, the first 200, the first 2 unlocks for the iconic weapon, make the attack a little better. Look at that. She's already built for bosses. And then the next 2, taking away energy from whoever's charmed, is also like really good. But yeah, it's kind of just already on the wall, pretty obvious that she's going to be good for bosses. So that just kind of gave you an inkling to what the rest of the community that plays the game believes. And that is that she's going to be out there for bosses for sure. And I don't know, man. Her buffs are so good. I feel like that she's more versatile than that. But definitely she has a niche to fulfill there, especially for Shadow Watch, because there's really no one there that decreases anything for the Shadow Watch faction. I don't believe. Like, the only person I can think of is Neffy, or Neffy, whatever her name was, Neffy, and that's magical resistance going down. So yeah, man, great new character, great addition to the game. Definitely gonna bring people back if they hear about her. So super useful. Her and Nuwa, 2 buffers in a banner, 2 really great characters. If you pull any of them, you're great. And man, I've never had that kind of luck where I actually pulled the main guy, or in this case, the main girl, twice. A banner character, the UR, twice. I didn't even know that there was a limit. I thought you just could keep going, because I've never gotten them twice before. It's crazy, insane luck. Man, make sure to like the video. If you got any sort of advice that you thought was helpful, make sure to like it, to share it, and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I don't know who... who am I going to work on next, man. I'm not 100% sure. I got so many people, but now I'm thinking about who to slowly level up iconic weapon wise, because it's so difficult to get those bigger, I don't know, clumps, because they're like dust for all 4 different types for tanks, warriors, mages, and supports. So I'm not 100% sure. I actually finished off one of these swords. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the rest of them, and they make a difference. Cause when you're doing PvP, there's not much making you different from other players, because they either already have all the copies of the character and they're as max as they can possibly be, and then the equipment that they have is as max as they can be as well. So there's, other than leveling up, there's not much else you can do. But yeah, I'll be back for the fireworks event, the Lunar New Year. Peace out.